Welcome back to Canada Immigration Matters. Since our initial posting on the Home Care Worker Immigration Pilot Program that is set to be announced on March 31st, 2025, we have received a lot of questions from our dear subscribers. In this video, we will try to respond to some of the frequently asked questions about the program. Now, let's get started. The key feature of the new pilot program is that caregivers will receive PR status immediately upon entering Canada. Let us address some questions you have been asking about the eligibility requirements. To qualify for the Home Care Worker Immigration Pilots, applicants must meet the following requirements. Language proficiency. Applicants are expected to achieve a minimum Canadian language benchmark, CLB, level of 4, which corresponds to IELTS scores of 4.5 in listening, 3.5 in reading, and 4.0 in writing and speaking. First question, is it IELTS academic or general? You must take the IELTS general test. Secondly, apart from IELTS, what are the other approved language proficiency tests? For Canadian immigration purposes, you are required to demonstrate proficiency in English or French through approved language tests. The approved English language tests are the following. IELTS, International English Language Testing System. CELPIP, Canadian English Language Proficiency Index Program. PTE, Pearson Test of English. For French language tests, you require TEF or TCF. Educational credentials. Applicants should possess a Canadian high school diploma or its equivalent, verified through an Educational Credential Assessment, ECA. Question. What is Educational Credential Assessment, ECA? An Educational Credential Assessment is a verification process used to confirm that your foreign educational credentials are valid and equivalent to Canadian standards. ECA is essential if you completed your education outside Canada. It ensures that your foreign degree, diploma, or certificate is recognized in Canada. Question. Since the minimal education requirement for the Caregiver program is a high school diploma, do you need an ECA for a high school diploma completed outside Canada? It is reasonable to believe that if you completed your high school education outside of Canada, you may need an ECA to verify that your foreign diploma or certificate is valid and equivalent to a Canadian one. Question. How long does it take to process an ECA? The processing time for an ECA varies depending on the designated organization you choose. Here are some estimated processing times from various organizations. World Education Services, WES. Approximately 35 business days. International Qualifications Assessment Service, IQAS. About 25 business days. International Credential Evaluation Service, ICES. Approximately 10 weeks. Please note that these time frames are estimates and can vary based on factors such as application volume and the need for additional information. Question. What is the cost of obtaining an ECA from the designated organizations? The cost of obtaining an ECA varies depending on the designated organization you choose. Below is a summary of the fees charged by some of these organizations. WES charges $256. Comparative Education Service charges $220. ICAS charges $200. ICAS is $200, and for the ICES, it is $200. Please note that these fees are subject to change and may not include additional costs, such as delivery fees, taxes, or charges for extra services. Let us go to work experience. Question: what kind of work experience is required, and how can an applicant prove they have relevant and recent experience in the caregiving field? To qualify for the upcoming Home Care Worker Program, applicants must demonstrate relevant and recent work experience in the caregiving field. This experience is crucial to ensure that candidates possess the necessary skills and competencies to provide quality care within Canadian households. Question: what are the types of acceptable work experience? While specific details about the new pilot set to launch on March 31, 2025, have not been fully disclosed, insights can be drawn from the previous Home Child Care Provider Pilot and Home Support Worker Pilot. Under these programs, qualifying work experience included caring for children in your own home or your employer's private residence. This excludes institutional settings like daycares. The home support worker provides care to individuals requiring assistance in their private homes, such as the elderly or persons with disabilities. This excludes institutional settings like nursing homes. It's anticipated that the new pilots will have similar requirements, focusing on in-home caregiving roles. Question: how does one demonstrate proof of work experience? To substantiate your caregiving experience, you should prepare the following documentation. Reference letters from employers. The letter should include employment duration and specify the start and end dates. It should clearly state your job title. Duties and responsibilities should be included with details of the tasks performed, ensuring they align with the NOC job description. Indicate the number of hours worked per week and provide information on compensation and any benefits received. Employer details. Include the employer's name, signature, full address, contact number, and email address. For business employers, the letter should be on official letterhead and signed by a supervisor or personnel officer. Proof of payment. This could be pay stubs or copies of regular payment statements, bank statements showing salary deposits, and official tax statements or T4 slips for those with Canadian experience. For foreign work experience, if certain documents are unavailable, it's advisable to provide a letter explaining the reasons and supply alternative evidence, such as notarized declarations or relevant correspondence with employers. Let us move to questions about the job offer. Question: what is the nature of the job offer within Canada's home care sector that is required? To be eligible for the upcoming home care program, applicants must secure a valid, full-time job offer in Canada's home care sector. While specific details about the new pilots have yet to be fully disclosed, insights from previous programs suggest the following. The job offer should constitute full-time work, typically defined as at least 30 hours per week. The offer must be bona fide, meaning there is a real need for a caregiver, and the employer is capable of fulfilling the terms of employment. The role should involve providing care within a private home setting, catering to children, the elderly, or individuals with disabilities. Question: Does it require an LMIA? Under the previous home child care provider and home support worker pilots, a labor market impact assessment, LMIA, was not required for the job offer. Instead, employers and applicants were required to complete and sign the offer of employment form, which was then included in the application package. While it's anticipated that the new home care worker immigration pilots will follow a similar framework, official confirmation regarding LMIA requirements has not yet been released. Question: can one receive job offers from family members or friends? While the specific guidelines for the new pilots have not been fully disclosed, insights from previous caregiver programs provide some context. Historically, IRCC has scrutinized job offers from family members or friends to ensure the authenticity of the employment relationship. Such offers may be subject to additional review to confirm that the position is genuine and not primarily intended to facilitate immigration. In summary, if you are considering a job offer from a family member or friend, ensure comprehensive documentation is provided. This includes a detailed job description, evidence of the employer's need for a caregiver, and proof of the employer's ability to pay the offered salary. Question: who cannot apply for this program? You cannot apply if you are applying for a work permit from outside Canada through the TFWP and you plan to work in a province other than Quebec. If you are applying for a work permit at a port of entry, you cannot apply. If you are in Canada as a visitor, you cannot apply. Question: who can apply for the program? If you are applying for a work permit from outside Canada through the TFWP and you plan to work in a province other than Quebec, you can apply. You can apply if you are applying for a work permit at a port of entry. 3. You can apply if you are in Canada as a visitor. And that's all we have for you today. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Canada Immigration Matters, and hit the bell for more immigration tips. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.